Okay, Spill the Tea TV. We are back and we have the charismatic, the lyrical, man, energetic. We got Timothy Isaiah with us. What's going on?
What's good? What's good? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, I can say like, we know each other a little bit better on the personal level because we've been working together. So it's like I really just learned a lot from you as far as a person, because it's like you really know yourself and you really like stand on who you are.
I try to as much as I can.
Okay, first of all, what is your sign like?
I'm a Sagittarius.
I said, okay. I actually don't know too much about Sagittarius, but what are like some of, I guess, like the rumors or?
Very outgoing, outspoken. Some people say cocky, but I think that tends to come from people who are very timid about themselves. But they don't hold back. They tend to be the life of the party. I don't party too much, so I don't know that side of it.
But you're the life of the party because you're just hilarious and like just who you are as a person. People naturally gravitate towards you.
Thank you. I try. You know what I'm saying? I be doing my little thing.
You know what I'm saying? Little thing, thug thizzle. Okay. So I want to play a little game, kind of a little icebreaker.
Ooh, okay.
It ain't gonna be nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. So usually it would be truth or dare, but I'm just gonna say, is it true, right? So I'll just ask you a few questions. Now, is it true, right? So we got the ropes video, right?
Okay.
And in the ropes video, you had to fight an opponent. You kind of like stood up for yourself, right? Right, in a sense. So is it true that you've never lost a fight?
Ooh, no, that's not true at all.
Ooh.
I actually used to box. I had a couple of cousins go professional, but I lost a couple of fights, a couple of amateur fights, and I even lost a couple times on the street. That's how it is. You get somebody gets you, and world keep going.
On the street. So the streets for you is West Palm, Florida?
It's a couple of different places.
Okay.
West Palm Beach, Florida. That's where I was born and raised. I spent a lot of time out in South Carolina. I love it out there, and then I even lived up north in Maine. So. Yeah, all of those places played a significant part of my childhood, and I wouldn't choose any of them over the other. So.
Okay, you was fighting in the streets of Maine, South Carolina, and country. You was
could.
fighting out there with the cows and shit.
You know okay. Moose, everything.
So, is it true? Because I seen a picture with you and your brothers. Y'all looking like the Jackson 4. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
So, is it true that you're the most talented out of your siblings?
Ooh. It depends on how you toss it. All my brothers are talented in different ways. I was just you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say like I was my dad's baby, you feel me? But I know my dad used to always pay a little extra attention to me, you feel me? Like whenever we played sports, because my dad has 13 kids. So I actually had like 7 brothers. But like whenever we played sports, basketball, football, like I was always on my dad's team, you feel me? So I feel like you gave me a little extra care, a little extra love. But no, like I got all of my brothers make music, all of my brothers rap, my cousins, everybody. So one of my brothers is actually a signed artist. So
okay,
yeah,
I'm trying to get on his level. From like one of your oldest brothers.
Yeah. My oldest brother, he was the first one that I saw rapping that made it look cool. Mm-hmm. So like I'm trying to be like him, hang out with him, and he was like, nah, bro, you can't come. Like I'm rapping. You feel me? So then that turned into me trying to be like him, and I started rapping, and I just started following in his little path as much as I could.
That's hard. It's hard to have somebody that you can like look up to that you personally know, rather than some people may idolize people on TV, but you have it right in your family.
Right in my family.
That's hard. Now, is it true? Because, if y'all ain't seen the P&G video that came from ISM back in 2018, my guy, you are a ladies' man. You are smooth. Well, let me say, is it true that you're a ladies' man?
Nah, not at all. I'm a great actor.
Okay.
As you could tell in the ropes video, I was acting like I was, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, same for PNG. And shout out to Adante for even filming that. He was the director. He found a woman who was, she's actually married. She actually has a baby on the way. I believe it's a boy. But yeah, amazing actress. So I came in, I was really following her lead. So like me and her was just kind of like bouncing off of each other, and whatever you saw on camera was just 100% acting. So, hey.
Okay. And you and Adante, y'all work a lot on everything, like on a lot of things that you're a part of. So, like, how did y'all working relationship come about?
It was a funny story. So, my last job that I had, Adante also worked there. Like, I was coming there through, like, a third party. He worked there, and then, like, whenever I first met him, I'm like, hey, bro, like, he like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm a rapper. He like, all right, whatever. You feel me? And I'm like, what do you do? He like, oh, I'm a director. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then one day, he heard some of my music and he was like, "Oh shit, like this shit serious." And then I saw some of his films and I was like, "Oh snap," you feel me? So then we just kept, going back and forth. And then one day he listened to P&G and he was like, "Bro, I can't get this idea out of my head. Like I think we should shoot it." So then we set it up, we shot it. It was my first music video. It was dope. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too. I loved Homecoming off that project too.
Yeah, Homecoming tough. I love that one.
When you came out with Ism, I know this was like kind of your sample when you first really started getting into music. So coming from like that musical background, what made you say, "Hey, let me take music seriously"? Like, what was that turning point?
Oh man. So I guess give a brief summary of the situation. Of course, it started with my brother, and then whenever we got older, you feel me, he got locked up. Feel me? That's when I kind of revisited music again. And then at that point, I would just like freestyle at school for the football games, basketball games. And then when I got to college, a lot of people kept telling me like I should perform and I should do it because like they'll hear me freestyling. So I'm at West Georgia. I go to like the open mics. And,
shout out to Carrollton.
Hey, go West, go Wolves. But so I go to like the open mics and whatnot. And like I go up there and just spit a verse. So you feel me? Like I wasn't even really performing or nothing. And then my friends kept saying, "Bro, like drop music. Like I want to be able to go and listen to you." You feel me? So I was like, all right. So I started like recording the music and whatnot. I released the project, and then it didn't get serious until I started doing shows, and then that's when I met my management. You know what I'm trying to say? And then like some guy came up to me. He's like, "Hey, bro, I want to manage you." I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let's try it out. And then after that, I was like, oh shit, like I got to do this every day. So at that point, like I quit my job. I was like, all right, like I'm doing music. So I ain't have a job in like, it's probably going on 4 years now. But
what? Real hustle, real staying down.
Yeah, got to.
And it's like when you said that you actually like, your friends and your people actually told you to start doing music. Like what I've noticed about you is like your friends know your music, your fans know your music word for word. It don't just be like one or two people. Like from the shows, from like your video screening, it was at least like 10 to 20 people just in there all rocking according to you. So it's like, how did you get people to be so personable and so like just gravitated towards you?
Cause to be honest with you, I put them first. Like the reason why I make music is for my brothers, but like that passes off into the fans. You feel me? So like now y'all my family, now y'all my brothers, my sisters, or whatever you want to call it. So like they know whenever I'm on stage, like if one of my homies performing, I might be locked in because I'm about to perform. But like I go up there, I'm at the front of the stage, I'm turning up. You feel me? And then they just return that love. You feel me? So it's almost like when we go out, it's a unit. We going out there to show out. We going out there to turn up like
Jackson 5.
Nah, facts though. If we out there, it's our show. You feel me? And there's no offense to anybody else that's on the stage, or you feel me? I never want to like steal the shine from any artist and nothing like that. That's not in my nature. But whenever I step on that stage, it's my turn. You feel me? So
I feel like that's how every artist should feel, and I feel like you shouldn't apologize for that.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't apologize.
And then you got the 2 Bar Tuesdays, and you drop freestyles frequently. So what made you get into doing that, like on Instagram? Because I saw like Summer Walker had commented on your 2 Bar Tuesdays. Yeah. So like, what started you? Shout out. So what started you to get into those?
That was back in my Snapchat days. Actually, like I want to say that started 2017. So that was before I was rapping, doing anything. Like I remember I actually got the video of my first 2 Bar Tuesday was actually a song off of Ism, which is P&G. Okay. So, like I remember
that was a 2 Bar Tuesday.
Yeah. So, and that's the funny thing. Like all of the songs on my project were all 2 Bar Tuesdays at one point. So, and that's kind of how like I used that to gauge what people like to figure out what I wanted to put on the project. So, whatever got the most love, I was like, all right, I'm gonna put a stamp on this. Either I'm gonna finish it, come back to it. So it was just my way of showing people what I was working on, but also like, you feel me? Like just give the people something to watch. You feel me? Like I was like, all right, I'm getting on here and I'm talking, but I want to do something for the people that's watching, like give y'all something to come back to. And then that was 2 Bar Tuesday.
Okay, that's hard. And I like how you got the merch that say, okay, cool. Hey. And I had it on, hey, okay, cool. And I feel like I had it on a hat, and like guys are just like using that to try to talk to me, like trying to start a combo off saying, okay, cool. So like, okay, cool. Is that something that you just say often? I know you always say essentially.
Yo, it's a couple of words that I say a lot.
What's some of them?
But you feel me? Sheesh, bid. That's a Florida thing, by the way. But I think a lot of people say bid now, and jit. I know a lot of people say jit now, but bid is also a word we used to say in Florida a lot. But But yeah, okay, cool. That's like for me, it is something I say all the time, but it's a very like nonchalant thing. You feel me? Like, all right, okay, cool. You feel me? Like whatever. And then I didn't realize how much I said it until I made the song. And when I was doing it, I was just like, originally I forgot what the song was supposed to be called, but I was just like, all right, like I'm in there and I'm listening to myself and I'm recording, I'm doing my little thing, and I was just like, okay, cool, like all right. But I said it on beat. You feel me? When I said it on beat, I was like, hold up, let me. And I played it again. I was like, all right, that's the name of it. So I put it in the song.
Okay. Can I ask you something? Because, like, you are one of the few people, for one, that I know that do not smoke or drink, right? So what is, like, your process like when you're getting into the studio and you're writing and recording?
Ooh, all right. So for me, first I gotta have some type of emotion. You feel me? So whether that's like aggressive energy or like subtle like love energy, whatever the vibe is, like I gotta feel something. So I'll go through, listen to beats, and then whenever I hear the beat, like I'll just start off like humming the melody. Feel me? So I'm not a good freestyler at all. So if you need me to freestyle, I'm sorry, I'm terrible. But every once in a while I'll be decent at it.
Okay.
But yeah, so I just go through, freestyle a little bit, get some melodies down, and then once I feel something like kind of like connect, then I'll just expand on it, and I just keep working. So sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's harder. I don't think that smoking or drinking would help me in any way, but for some people it do. You feel me? So shout out to them.
Why do you choose to not smoke or drink? If you don't mind me asking.
Ooh, all right. So it's two reasons. One. Okay, how should I answer that? Okay, so the main reason why is because I tried it and it didn't really do nothing for me.
You didn't like the experience, or you just
I like being in control a little bit more. You feel me? So I'm a very like calculated person. You feel me? In most situations when I'm talking, I'm just speaking. But like in theory, I'm a very calculated person. So like when I smoke or drink, like it'll feel good, but I didn't feel like it did anything for me. You feel me?
All right. Okay. And then the moment that we all been waiting for, because everybody's been waiting for Ropes. We love the film, the cinematic, the acting, the boxing, the production, everything. So just tell us about Ropes.
Ooh, okay. So the story about Ropes is I remember I pulled up to the studio with one of my managers, and it was like, all right, like we're gonna do something, we're gonna knock something out. So I pulled up on my homie, he brought me in, he was going through beats, and we wasn't really like, they were good, but we weren't really like really fucking with any of the beats that he was playing. So then he finally played the Ropes beat, and when it came on, like everybody in the room just kind of like, oh, okay, like you know what I'm trying to say. And he was like, all right, like this beat is for somebody else, like I can't let you do it. But then he was like, but I do want to see what you can come up with. Like he was like, knock it out, and I'll see what you do. And then if I like it, we'll just make another beat. So then I'm just like, I'm sitting there on my phone. I'm just trying to type something real quick. To be honest with you, I wasn't feeling it until I actually recorded it. I was just typing out. I want to say it probably took me 30 minutes to write it, but and that's not like a like something to be braggadocious about it. You feel me? It was just something quick. I wasn't even really feeling it, so I typed it out real fast. And then you can kind of tell everybody kind of waiting for you to go. So I was like, all right, fellas, like I'm gonna record this, and we're gonna see if we rock with it. So I went in there, recorded, and I want to say it was probably like maybe 4 or 5 people in the room. I'm recording. By the time I get done, I step out of the room, and everybody was just like looking, like nobody was saying nothing. And then somebody was like, you got a second verse, bro? And I was like, yeah, I got one. He was like, yeah, record the second verse real quick. I hop back in there. You feel me? He was like, you got a hook? I'm like, yeah. You feel me? They're like, yeah, bro, like this is it. He was like, I'm gonna just tell the artist to beat yours. So I was like, all right. I went in there, we polished it up, and then I wasn't planning on dropping it anytime soon, but when Adante reached out, I actually sent it to him by accident. He heard it, he wanted to shoot a video, so I was like, I'm gonna drop the song, we're gonna shoot the video, gonna run with it.
I love how you guys work. And then like in the video, it was kind of like you took the challenge for someone.
Yeah, so essentially the story is my dad, you know, he won the gym in a boxing match against somebody else's dad, and then we didn't know that in the clause like that the gym could revert back to them. So eventually the guy's son came and he was trying to take the gym back. So then I had to kind of like step up for the honor of not only my father, but like the family gym. You know what I'm trying to say? And kind of win it back. And it was a tough battle. I ain't gonna hold you. I got hit a couple of times.
Tim the superhero. You know Tim saves the day.
But you know what I'm saying? We bounced back and we won the gym. So I'm excited about that.
Very excited about that. Now, let me ask you something. Is there like, do you practice or study something, or is there something that you read or believe in? Because the way you think and you move, when I'm telling you, it's just very, I think more black men should, I guess,
thank you.
think like you or move like you.
I appreciate that.
Being able to have that type of like confidence, like I don't want to say is stoic the right word? That may or may not be the right word, but it's like I said, you're very sure of yourself. You feel me?
Thank you. To be honest with you, I probably owe it to like 2 or 3 things that I could think of, but one, I would have to say like my family, the way that my dad raised us, like all of us are like extremely loyal people. We fight to the death. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's a principle and an honor thing with us. So like a lot of times I'm gonna speak my mind, even if it hurt somebody's feelings. And I never go into a situation trying to hurt.
I feel like, you don't try to intentionally hurt people's feelings.
So, but I will make sure that I'm understood and make sure that others are understood as well. So a lot of times I'm speaking from a place of like, I want to understand you. And the best way I can do that is by making you defend yourself. Because if you say like LeBron is the best basketball player and I say, all right, like, okay, cool, whatever. But
cool.
Right. But if I'm like, well, nah, he's not, so-and-so is. And then now you're going to like tell me all of these reasons why LeBron is the best. And I might agree with you. Like you can change my mind. But I owe half of that to my dad. And then the other half, I say, once I got to college, I took a psychology class and I did extremely well in the class. Very, very well. So I did so well that the teacher asked me to return back the next semester. And I was able to teach the same class that I learned in. So it was like a level 9. I went from like a level 1,000 class to a level 9,000 class as a freshman.
What?
Yeah, so I got to teach psychology. And that, like,
Professor Tim.
Yeah, I was out there. But yeah. So psychology is a strong passion of mine. I don't read anything in particular to like think the way that I do, but I do share my ideas and like my ideologies with the people around me to try to make them better people.
Okay. What's like an ideology that you learned from psychology that you taught to people or that stood out to you the most?
Oh man, it's a lot of them, but my favorite, the first one that came to mind is Johari's window, and essentially you got like, imagine like a window pane, right, where you got like the 4 squares.
Okay.
And you have the open, you have, I believe it's called the hidden, the blind, and then the unknown. And essentially, if it was with you, it'd be like the open is, okay, she's a woman, she does this, she's into music, right? And then you have the hidden stuff. That's the stuff that you know about yourself that others around you don't know, the stuff that you keep inside. Mm-hmm. And for some people, it can be good things or it can be bad things.
Okay.
You get I'm trying to say, we don't even have to go into that. But then you have the blind side, and that's the side that I strive on, where it's like, hey, Teacups, I noticed that when this happens, you give this reaction. And it's the things that others notice about you that you don't know about yourself. And then the unknown window is, I don't know, you don't know.
So, unknown might be that shadow work that people talk about.
Yeah, no, that it really is. That's exactly what it is. So I always tell my friends, essentially, I'm gonna help you with the blind side. I'm gonna point out things about you, or you point out things about me that can make me a better person. And then a lot of times, just sharing secrets or sharing things that you hold inside can make you a better person. So I guess the principal idea of it is to take everything and put it into the open window, or as I like to say, just remove the lines that's in the window, so everything can just exist. You know what I'm trying to say?
And what's it called again?
Johari's window.
Johari's window. Okay. Yeah. Y'all get on Google, look up Johari's window, so we can all get clarity and heal and learn ourselves and all these things. Can definitely grow. So what do you got planned for the rest of the year?
Ooh, I'm working. I'm kind of flirting with the idea of working on another project. I just dropped one back in February, the 2 Bar Tuesday tape, but I'm considering working on another one, and I might have a little surprise with it. I was thinking about doing like a actual short film to go with the project, so it'll be like a full little film. So if I catch anybody doing a film with their project, I know you stole it from me, bro.
We know you got it from Spill the TV. We know you got it from here.
We know they stole it, but yeah. So I'm thinking about doing that. And then I'm also just working on increasing the music. So just keep recording, keep putting stuff out, and just go from there.
And we are excited. Let everybody know where they can find you online, where they can stream your music.
Oh, go anywhere that you can find music. Type in Timothy Isaiah, and that'll be me. And then if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Timothy Isaiah.
Right. Spill the TTV. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Timothy Isaiah. Check out the Ropes video right down below in the description. Make sure you text me, hit me up. Let me know who you want to see at 770-765-5422. And shout out to everybody that's been tuning in and supporting, man. Y'all can see Timothy Isaiah live on stage in August. And we out.